happened to a former trucker out in North Carolina. It was Henderson, North Carolina to be exact. Let me read the story to y'all for 2 seconds, man, so y'all can get a gist of what's going on. So it says Javion Magee was found dead against a tree with a rope around his neck in rural North Carolina. What we know so far. So this is coming from a news source. The author or the editor and author, his name is Thomas Kushana. Cool. So I'm reading what they're saying, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into everything. A devastated family in Chicago is demanding answers after their loved one was found dead on Wednesday in a rural area of Henderson, North Carolina. He was found against a tree and he had a rope around his neck. So let's start right here, y'all. I feel like this story resonated with me because, man, I come from an urban area, right? You kind of hear it in my voice is cracking a little bit, man. So just give me a minute to bear on this one. But I come from an urban area, from Michigan, Detroit, and it's as hard as it is to come up out of there. I just feel, my story is parallel with this man's story right here as far as the pathway that he took, right? And I'm just kind of lost for words right now, man. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts as I'm telling this story. So it says that the family, according to ABC 11, is going from Chicago to North Carolina to demand information on the unaliving of the 21-year-old truck driver, Javion Magee. So as the news stations reported, Magee was found leaning with his back up against a tree and a rope around his neck. And I don't understand it, man. I just don't get it, right? So this doesn't seem alarming. To most people, I don't think nobody that's in trucking that made it out of such a bad area would do something like that to themselves. I just don't see it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Let's break it down. You're 21. He's probably happy that he got his CDL, right? He probably happy. He probably told his friends. I seen a picture of. I went down. I've been going down a whole rabbit hole today of just. I'm getting my papers, man. A rabbit hole of this, this guy, and seeing if it was any kind of mental illness. Was he struggling from mental illness? We all struggle with issues, but I don't think that this man would do anything to his life. I just don't, I don't. So, whatever you got to say, bro. I don't even know this man personally. I just feel like this story it resonates with me. We so happy to get our CDL, and you joking, but ain't nobody laughing but you. You the joke. So this man got his CDL and he went to North Carolina to drop a load off, and this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it's come to. It's crazy, man. And it's saying like this. Although this is what the police said so far. Although police haven't provided much details, Vance County Sheriff Curtis R. Bram is refusing some of the information circulating the internet. So the information that's circulating the internet is that he committed, he unalived himself. Right? I'm writing some stuff down so we can get to the nitty gritty. He unalived himself, right? So if you look into 2019 and around North Carolina, right? It was a truck driver that got let's see. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? So I'm typing it in right now. They come up with this one, but it's like they doing the same thing, man, all over. It's like they doing the same thing, and it's pissing me off because all we trying to do is, make a living for ourselves. Good morning, good morning. All we trying to do, well, not morning, I'm sorry. Wherever you at, good morning. My mind is racing right now. I see good morning down there. I just said, good morning. So all we trying to do is make a decent living, and people is doing this to us, right? They doing this to us. So it's crazy, man. We just want to drop off our loads. We just want to pick up our money. That's all we want to do. And this type of stuff is happening to us, right? So I just want to ask y'all, what do you guys think about what's going on? And if you catching this after the fact, what do you think that happened? Because the news can tell you one thing, but don't believe the news all the time. Excuse me. I've been involved in stuff before where it hit us before it hit the news. And the news had to tell a story. And guess what? They told a story to the public. And it came right on news, breaking news. And we sitting there looking at each other like, this ain't what happened. This ain't what happened. But okay, let's go back to what the police said. He said, Curtis R. Bram of the sheriff of North Carolina said, I understand there's over 1,000 hits on TikTok accusing the sheriff's office of not being transparent, not providing information to the family. And that is not true, Bram said. There's been information put out there that there is a lynching in Vance County. There is not a lynching in Vance County. The young man was not dangling from a tree. He was not swinging from a tree. The rope was wrapped around his neck. So what happened? Like, what happened? If he wasn't dangling from a tree, so he just stood there and then he unalived himself by standing there. You have to be off of a tree and hanging die from strangulation. It's crazy, man. And one thing that I can't wait to get is justice. We all need justice as truck drivers. We need justice as civilians. We need justice as a community because we want to see what's going to happen. Okay, if this is what happened to him, as far as he did this to himself, okay. Well, we need to find out what happened exactly. And then if it's some foul play, then we have to escalate the issue. And you guys need to go ahead and find out who did it. And if they don't, then we're going to all have to go to North Carolina and protest. Because there's no reason why this young man should have lost his life. All he trying to do is earn a decent living. Ain't that what y'all want us to do? Or no? The man allegedly walked to Walmart and bought a rope. That's what y'all say. Okay, show the video and then let's get deeper into it. Let's get more immense into the situation. If that's what he did, okay, let's see where he went from there. If y'all got cameras, let's follow him all the way down and see what really happened. If not, then change the story up. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, man. And it's really pissing me off that we have to go this far to have our own news on our own platform. But if this is what we got to do, this is what we got to do. Let's figure it out, because if it was me, I would want somebody advocating for me too. We reading, Yahoo News from Aurora, Illinois. I guess this Aurora, Illinois, but they're saying that the family gonna go down there, which they should. I know if anything happened to me, my family gonna be front and center, because they know me. They know I'm not about to do that. I got too much to live for. I'm a truck driver too. Life be hard sometimes, but it ain't that hard to go get a rope and do that. I'm not doing that. And then I'm damn sure ain't doing it there. If I ever thought about it, I'll do it in Detroit. I'll make it more easier for my family. I wouldn't go all the way to goddamn North Carolina to do it, especially not no damn Henderson. It's crazy. Deputies said they responded to a call at 285 Vanco Mill Road on Wednesday and found a 21-year-old in a seated position with the rope wrapped around his neck and the other end of the rope attached to a tree. The Aurora, Illinois native was found outside of a fenced area located near a tractor repair business and a church, the sheriff's office added. How was he sitting, right? So I'm thinking about it. He was sitting. So somebody had to let him down, right? What did this man do? Jump off the tree and just, I don't understand it. I really don't. Somebody make it make sense. The WRAL reported Bram, he is the sheriff up there. Bram said evidence shows McGee purchased a rope from Walmart where he had stopped for a delivery before his death. But McGee's family is skeptic of that information. A search warrant in the case lays out the timeline of McGee's last hours, as captured on surveillance cameras. The sheriff's office used GPS from McGee's delivery truck to track his movements before his unaliving. The report, I'm going to get right to you. The report continues at 4:20 p.m. on September 10th. He was seen on surveillance cameras at Walmart purchasing a rope that was found with his body. Okay. 2 hours later, he was seen going into a Hampton Inn on Ruin Creek Road in Henderson. Surveillance cameras at the hotel show he arrived at 6:28 and left at 6:36. Surveillance cameras in the area where his body was found showed McGee pull up in his truck and walk around in the direction of the tree where his body was found the next day around 10 a.m. In response to the disclosure happening on social media, Mike Waters, the district attorney for multiple North Carolina counties, including Vance, told the Raleigh News and Observers, "I feel at this point this investigation has been conducted the same way any other suspicious death investigation would be, and they are doing all that they can do." The News and Observers reported that his cell phone information will be reviewed by officials and his truck searched at the investigation as the investigation continues. So I just read some stuff. This has been happening way too often for truckers. I think it's some type of something going on. It's going on in California by Bakersfield, I think it was. Another one incident happened out in North Carolina, and that one was ruled not a suicide, but actually a homicide. So it's crazy, man. And I feel like, you know, these small towns have something called sundown. Sundown, when the sun goes down, if you black, African American, if you're out and you caught, it's a wrap, right? Whatever happens, happens. I'm not accepting, I'm not buying that. I've been through too many towns, I've been through too many cities where, you know, I know for sure if I was out there, I'm gonna handle it accordingly. You're gonna have to do something to me. You're not about to have me looking like this, because I need some type of story, you know, to go home back to my family. Other than this, it's a lot of people, man. People are smart these days. They can make you do stuff like that if you know, if it's setting the cars like that, no, y'all gonna have to do something with me. I'm sorry. I wanted to be a crazy scene. Don't sit me down on the ground and no, y'all not gonna walk me in nowhere and tell me nothing crazy. It's not gonna happen. Yes, it is racist. It's very racist. And that's what this story is leading to. I really feel in my heart of hearts because I've never felt the type of way about anything for real. I had empathy, but this one is like, man, this guy, man, he ain't did that. His family know he ain't did that. This world is messed up. And it's not the world, it's the people in the world. It's the people in the world. As a former truck driver, I seen one that happened in 2019. I wish I would have wrote the name down. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I want to pull this name up for y'all. And it happened the same way in North Carolina. 2019, trucker found unalive in truck. Not this. Okay, another one too. It's just now that we did this, now it's a whole bunch of other stuff. Mississippi, 2018. We want to get to this is crazy, y'all. It's a whole bunch of them popping up down south Mississippi. Ohio. At a truck stop. I think a lot of people needs to, yes, everyone should be treated equally. I think a lot of truckers need to just carry a gun. That's it. They need to carry a gun. That's it. And if you don't have, you can't have one, better safe than sorry. I would rather be doing whatever time it is that they're going to give me for carrying mine than because I'm a felon and I'm not supposed to have one. But you feel what I'm saying? I would rather do that and be able to talk to my kids through the bars and through the phone than this happened to me. Don't be scared to protect yourself. At least have a pocket knife or some mace or something. Hey Ma, how you doing on there? Over there, I'm sorry. This this is my thing exactly with what's going on. And I felt like it was my duty to come up here and speak my mind about what's going on because I'm a trucker and I want somebody to advocate like this for me, right? Carolina. WTF, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. Out of all the stuff that's going on with trucking, here go another one too, y'all. This is crazy. This one happened in Tennessee. Oh no, I'm sorry. North Carolina trucker found unalived in his truck. This one actually, somebody shot him. And they still don't have nothing. This happened in Tennessee. So East Nashville. David White, 37, who was found unalive in the cab in his rig. Let me write that down. Like all of these drivers, man, and that doesn't have to be necessarily a race thing, but you can see how easily it is to, get your life ended and nobody really know what's going on. It's already unsafe on the road as it is, and we talking about just maneuvering the vehicle. Last year in Fresno, California, I was saying Bakersfield, California. The same thing. It's the same thing going on. And it's like, where do we draw the line? I really feel in my heart of hearts that if anything, if this escalates, I'm gonna be down there in North Carolina because I feel like, I've had it. I empathize with the driver today, and I'm like, damn, if I was in the truck with my kids, how would that story come back? Right? Like I said on the reel, how would that story come back? I would want somebody talking about it. I want that keeps his name. Are we the only ones seeing this? No, we not the only ones seeing that. If it escalates, let it percolate. Shut up. Olivia, stop, please. I'm trying to do something else. Listen. We not the only one. They have it on the news. If you just type his name, Javion Magee. You type his name, it's been hitting all over the internet. And his family going down there, so I know they gonna find something out, and I'm glad that they going down there because truckers need somebody to advocate for them when these things happen. Your family definitely needs to go down there and see what's going on. They said that the mother called down there and they couldn't get nothing. And this is in the news. They couldn't get nothing to the mother because COVID restrictions. How long have we been off of COVID for? And what an excuse. It seems like all of this stuff is just set up. It's set up to the T, where they dotted their I's and crossed their T's. So they say, okay, now you need, after that, okay, what's the next thing? Oh, you need the father to consent. How that sound? Okay, call the father, he get consent. Now, oh, send us a picture of him at least. They don't think that family give a damn about him like that. So now they on their way down there. We gonna figure it out. And even if it wasn't, even if he did do it to himself, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, right? At least they brought justice, and then they give us some kind of calmness to, being a truck driver and going into these small towns and actually having to be on guard. I don't want to be on guard when I pull up in a small area. And a lot of times that I do go to some of these towns, I made previous videos on it before. I already know what's up. I know that if I'm in Alabama, I know what's up. I know that if I'm in Mississippi, I know what's up. If I'm in not Nashville, outside of Nashville, some of these areas, some in South Carolina, North Carolina, a little bit over there, Virginia for sure, West Virginia, man, I know what's up. I don't even stop. I don't stop. You go up to Montana, I'm good. I don't stop. I get gas. I get enough fuel. I'm sorry, I'm a truck driver. I get enough fuel where I can just keep it moving. And if I do park somewhere, it's where a lot of trucks at. I'm never in a secluded area by myself. I don't give a damn what kind of E I'm on. I can be on the next letter after E and F. If I'm all the way down and air is running the fuel tank, I'm going. I'm gonna keep going. A lot of people should, and I'm not saying he's not smart. I'm just saying a lot of people should use common sense when they stopping through these towns like this. If you're a driver, make this be your lesson if this is the case. Even if it's not the case, don't stop in these small towns thinking it's cool, because it's not cool. They don't give a damn. They gonna make up a story. Y'all see what's going on? You hundreds of miles away from home. It's so hard for a family to do all of these things. It's already tough on the economy. Now look at this, what's going on. Fuel is high, the cost of living is high, food is high. They got to stop what they doing, even if they was working or not, to drive all the way down to North Carolina from Chicago. About a 16-hour drive somewhere up in there. So I don't know what to say, man. How do y'all feel about it? My truckers, if you're watching, if you're not watching, and you see it later on, let me know let me know in the comments after the video, because it's only live for a minute and I'm gonna get off of it. It's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. This is just another story. And I don't want it to be another story. I would rather, we need to figure it out. I suggested that we stop delivering to these towns that's like that. Let them figure it out. When you got to drive 2 hours away to go get some food because trucks stop coming around. You got to drive 3 hours there and 3 hours back. Y'all gonna have to pay for it somehow, some way. A lot of us don't stand on shit. We don't. We sit here and we watch stuff happen over and over again, over and over again. The police shooting us down. The police doing this, the police doing that. And what do? We sit here and fucking complain. And we got a whole tool in our hand right now where we can send out a mass message. It don't have to be nothing crazy, but it can hurt something that can hurt the economy. Okay, let's stop them from getting food, because we truck drivers. We do create the demand, and we do run the demand and supply chain. It's a fact. Let's stop that. So, I don't know, man. It got me kind of hot. I'm just pissed about the whole situation. And we know it's going to take some time. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I got up this morning. I went to sleep so early yesterday. I had a crazy dream last night. And I went to sleep early. I woke up early and I looked at my phone. I normally don't even do that. I looked at my phone and I just seen people forwarding me the clip of like different people posting them. So I'm like, all right, let me see if it's true first. That's the first thing I'm off the bat. Let me see if it's true. I went to see if it was true, and it was true. All right, let me see what's going on. So then I looked on TikTok and I see these videos that I got in my messages. So I'm like, all right. I sat on the couch for a minute, and this how having a phone would throw your whole day off. Man, it was so hard for me, and it's like I knew him. I don't know him personally, but I just felt it. I'm just like, damn, another one, huh? So I'm sitting on the couch. I'm just quiet. My daughter like, Dad, what's wrong with you? I just looked at my kids like, damn, I be driving trucks, and I be having my kids in my truck. I got videos, and I'm hitting these small towns with my kids. I'd be damned if I let anybody do anything to me. We going out in a blaze of glory. I promise you that. But I'm just looking at my kids like, damn, that's crazy. And then I'm looking at my phone. It's like, damn. And I told him about lynching and about how, people used to do this to us in the early 60s and before that, hang us on trees, and they doing it now. All they doing is repeating the same stuff. This ain't the first time. And I'm sure it's not going to be the last, but we need to stand up somewhere and do something. I think that if it escalates, then, depending on the news, and they know what's going on. They know if they get the wrong news right now, people are on pins and needles. But by that being where it's at in that remote location, I feel like it's gonna be hard to protest down there unless people just stick together and just stay in hotels. We all have to stick together, stay in hotels and protest until something happens. Who got money like that for real to be staying down there for? We could do a week or two, but when it come longer than that, it's like, all right, now damn, life is going on, and this is happening, and this is happening. We probably will have to recruit teams that come alternate. Then we could probably do 24 hours. But I feel like, somebody need to come up with something. Even if he did it to himself, we need to hear that through the coroners and the autopsy evidence and what they research what they came up with. Yep. It's hard to explain to your kids what racism is when they don't know what it, they haven't been exposed to it. Maybe they have, but they didn't understand it. And at this age, I feel like you get so far in life, and I can put myself in his shoes. You get so far in life and you deal with the hate. You deal with hate from family, you deal with hate from friends, you deal with hate from enemies. And then you make it, and then you see that there's another form of hate. And the other form of hate is real hate because they don't want to see you on that side. I can give a story when I first came down here, and when I first came down here, and I heard somebody, a Caucasian person, calling another person the N word, and guess what I did? I stood up for them, and guess what they did? You ain't have to do that. Be quiet. And it was an older African American lady. I'm like, damn. I felt this small, y'all, when I did that. And I'm gonna tell you, I was on the bus when this happened. And the lady said, you didn't have to do that. Be quiet. Like I overstepped my boundaries. And it made me feel away. And I'm just like, damn. But the people down here in Arizona, I'm gonna tell you about a lot of African Americans down here in Arizona. I just was having this talk. They don't know they self. So when you don't know yourself and where you stand, you allow anybody to treat you any type of way or talk to you like you less than them. We all equal. But by me being down here, seeing that a lot of people that's from Arizona that's been down here, they've been getting talked to like this for the whole time they've been down there, and they used to it. They don't pay them no mind sometimes. And some of the people that's down here be getting on their ass too. But the thing down on the West Coast is it's very segregated. Whites be with whites, blacks be with blacks, Mexicans be with Mexicans. Even in the prison system, it's different. You can't talk to this group, you can't talk to that group. It's different. We not like that in Detroit. A person in Detroit say something crazy, any kind of race, you gonna get your ass boom bop bam. And there ain't gonna be no questions asked. Don't let that N word slip out your mouth. It's so frequently used down here to the point where I'm damn near becoming like acclimated to hearing it because Mexicans call Mexicans that. I'm be like, what's going on? What's really going on? So the stuff that we accept, if you let people be comfortable with doing that, man, that's on you. Everybody ain't accepting that shit. So if they go up to Detroit and do all that, it's gonna be some ass kicking and some name taking. I'm telling y'all, man, it's different. It's different. LA, you know what's going on in LA. They not about to play that with these people. But back to the story, man. Back to the story at hand. Javion Magee. You know, it's a truck driver, 21. He was found sitting by a tree. That's what the news. He was sitting by a tree. How did he get there? Did he just sit there? They gonna make up a story, y'all. I know they is. You can't make up a story when the family there, though. You ain't gonna be able to do that. It's gonna take you a long time to do that. Run the cameras back. Phones is so powerful, and technology is so powerful these days. You ain't gonna be able to beat that. Shout out to my people that's on the live chat, man. If you a trucker, just chime in. If you watching from the outside in, chime in. How you feel about the situation? Javion Magee, you a trucker out there and you got routes going from here to there, which is down south. How do you carry yourself? Just to rewind it back, when we go into these small towns, be ready, man. Protect yourself. Like I said before, I don't give a damn if you a felon. Carry it. You would rather be in a small town and be protected than be in a small town and you not protected. One person told me, and this changed my mind about firearms. I'm just saying protect yourself. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying create a militia or nothing like that. You have the right to protect yourself. You have the right to bear arms. So protect yourself. I've always been like that with anybody that I came across. If I'm dating a woman at the time, I'm asking them, you got you a license to carry? No? Come on. Let's go here and go get you something. It ain't for me, it's for you. Any female that I've ever been with, because I want them to feel as protected as I am when I'm with them. Any female. Let's go to the gun range. Even myself, I'm not supposed to be in the gun range, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying, y'all go to the gun range. Y'all learn how to shoot. Y'all learn how to work these firearms. My kids, they need to learn how to work firearms. First time I ever been in the gun range, I was like 11 years old. So I've always been very close to firearms, just to know how they work, clean them, break them down, all that. So my love for protecting myself is, I love myself, and I want y'all to be like that, man. All my truck drivers, listen, you need to carry, man. You need to carry. You need to carry. You need to. Cause it's sad. Going into these small towns like Alabama. I'm gonna give y'all a story because I always give y'all stories. This is my second year driving. I'm in Alabama. I'm driving on the back roads. I'm talking about back roads that got back roads. That type of town. I get there, it's a family. It's a family on the farm that have tomatoes. I pull up to it's a house, but it's a farm. They got tomatoes and a lot of them. They're like, go ahead in. Take the BOLs in. It's down there getting dark. I'm like, damn. I get in there, they sign the BOLs. And when he said, shut the door. I shut the door. Boom. It's a gun in the corner of the door, a shotgun. I'm like, hell no. I just, I'm looking, I'm down there like this, like angling towards the door, just in case some crazy stuff, whatever it is. But I'm just saying that whole incident is like, all right, now you gonna play like you know what I'm saying? You gonna play like that. And that's probably what situation he was in. Probably had a gun around him where he felt helpless. And he felt like he had to do what they said, or they was gonna do what they was gonna have they way with him. No diddy. They was gonna, off him. And those are the situations that you don't want to be in, so you gotta carry. You got to. You got to. Let's read this part. Civil rights attorneys are representing the family. Civil rights attorneys Harry Daniels and Lee Merritt, along with North Carolina attorney Jason Keith, are now representing the family as they search for answers. According to a statement from the family spokesperson, per CBS 17, said that authorities told them that they couldn't view the body on a video posted by a family member on a social media site that went viral overnight. So if they telling you you can't view the body, what do that mean? I know homeboys that's transition. They let their family go, and they died a horrible death, and they let them see him right there. And some of them say they wish they never seen their son like that. So you telling me that they told them that they couldn't view the body? Sound like some setup shit to me. Sound like everybody in cahoots to me. Let's read the rest of it. As of today, the authorities haven't shown us anything proving that this young man with no history of mental illness took his own life, Daniels added, per CBS 17. That's what I said in the first part of this video. And that was before me reading this. We already gonna assess or have an assessment that, hey, did he have some type of mental illness? Did he? Because mental illness is a real thing. Everybody go through it. You probably even went through it not knowing. If you feel depressed, guess what? That's partially a mental illness because you're not feeling like yourself. It's normal. He had no signs of mental illness to take his own life, Daniels added, per CBS 17. This is Daniels. How can the police how can the police expect us to take their word for it when they won't even let us view the body? They not letting the family view the body. Civil rights leader Bishop William Barber II is also arguing and urging the police to provide information. He's saying, we must have the truth and transparency in this matter. Hanging is not a form of death that can easily be dismissed, particularly here in the South where it has been used as a weapon of terror against black families for generations. Seek the truth and justice for Javion Magee and his family. That's what they basically saying. Give me some likes too, y'all, as we go further in the algorithm and bring more people in. Just one or two. It don't matter. The NAAC is gonna get involved in this. The NAAC is about to get involved in this. They're saying that per WFNY, the North Carolina NAACP has stated the following. The death of Javion Magee is heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking event that requires the utmost attention from all levels of law enforcement. We demand a comprehensive and transparent investigation to uncover the truth behind this tragedy. As a community, we cannot rest until we have clear answers. The NAACP will stand with the Magee family and will continue to push for justice in this matter, ensuring that every aspect of this case is investigated with the seriousness it deserves. And I feel like this is what they need to do. We all need to follow what's going to happen with the NAACP and what's going on with them. We don't need to follow the stories of the news and saying it's okay because the news told us this. Well, I believe the news. The news ain't right all the time. The news puts stories on TV mostly every time that I've known something or seen something personally. I put this on me. Personally, I've known of incidents and I've seen it on the news said completely different. And I'm looking like, damn, the news really be fabricating stuff. The news really be fabricating and making up lies to make a story. Critical thinking is golden. And a lot of people can't critically think because they don't have the time or they don't have the mind to put two and two together. You telling me that this man sat here and really did this to himself? He don't have no records of any mental disease? Like, come on, mental illness? Come on now. It's crazy. They just making the news really just said they don't know what happened, but he didn't commit suicide. So how you know what happened? How you even gonna rule that out? You're not a coroner. You're not a what do they call these people? A mortician. You don't do autopsies. How do you know? You don't know. And as a trucker, man, we have to fact check. Fact check, fact check, fact check. They're saying that it's no. I'm just looking at some stuff. This is just people talking. People saying that they can't pull a footage up. I don't want to go just one-sided with it, but I'm more leaning on my side of what I said as far as what happened to him. I'm just thinking about this, having flashbacks to all the towns I've been in. Montana is one of them places that I've been as a trucker that I don't feel safe at all because they look at you like, when I went and got some gas there, And Giuseppe, what's good, man? Big love, brother. If you don't remain teachable, there's no way to be reachable. For sure. I'm here all the time, bro. Like I'm here. I'm just if you've been looking in, I'm just covering what's going on with this Javion McGee thing. And I'm a truck driver, so I had to speak on it. I had to give my point of view. I feel like this young man was 21. He was living his best damn life, whatever he was doing, and however he was prospering, and it got ended. Only 21 years old. He probably just really got a chance to utilize the CDL to go, interstate, going from state to state. And I'm pretty sure that I'm just saying, I'm putting myself in his shoes. I'm sure that his mama was proud of him. I'm sure his family was proud of him. And he got to, you know, go and spit game. Sad story. For sure, man. I appreciate you chiming in too, bro. Um, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. I feel like this man he ain't did that. He ain't did. Even his mama said he ain't did that. That's her child. She had that man. So if she say he ain't did that, he ain't did that. She can feel it. A mother know when their son or daughter or sibling, they feel it. They feel it. Not sibling, but their offspring, they feel it. You can feel when your child ain't right mentally. She probably would have said it. You know what, y'all? He been bugging a little bit. He probably did do it. I'm just saying that's what she probably thinking. He probably did do it. He been bugging a little bit. He ain't been himself. She ain't said nothing like that. I'm going down there to see my son. I'm going down there to get my son. I'm going down there to see what happened. What they say is no wrath like a woman scorn. Did they say something like that? So when a woman is on to something, it's going down for real. It's going down. She probably down there raising all kind of ain't no hell's fury like a woman scorn. I think that's it. Let me look at it right. That's why I be having my laptop right here. But when a woman get on something, they own it. They could burn up everything that's going in front of them, behind them, side to side. So you know they on their way, and they probably on the highway going about 200. 200, and they in a car. Let me look something up right quick. No fury like a woman scorn. When you piss a woman off, boy, they gonna resent your ass, and they gonna do everything in their power to make your life a living hell. So y'all done did that to this woman, baby. She coming. She coming. She gonna burn the whole damn. She coming. Just know she coming. I'm just thinking, y'all. We gonna run this 15 more minutes. We're gonna try to. Thinking about the towns that I've been in, and just it's crazy. Alabama. I even made if you look when you enter Alabama from I-20 from going east towards Georgia, you see all the Confederate flags. They let it be known what's going on right there where you at. They let it be known. Coming off the highway, I-20, it's about 1,000 Confederate flags flying. And you get this feeling when you driving and you not of their color, of Caucasian descent. You get this feeling of, damn, I need to keep going. I'm not getting gas nowhere around here. That's how I be feeling. He drove there. What happened that he didn't do it? It should be a puddle. I don't know. But he drove there dropping the load off there. And we don't know what's going on. Rome, Georgia, my home, they are all over the state. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? They got a place called Plantation. And it's right off the highway. And I'm just like, damn, I'm going down through I want to say Macon, Georgia, Plantation, Georgia, something like that. I'm just like, oh hell no. Let me keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's how I feel. These places, it's not for us, y'all. I don't know why people. I'm not referring to Javion. I'm just saying I don't know why truckers even stop there, especially if you black. It's not a place for you. Florida, in some parts of Florida, boy, is not a place for you. Louisiana, it's not a place for you, right? So, I don't know, man. I just feel some type of way. Probably come back on here and give y'all an update. But we read everything that was on the news feed, and I want to get more into facts next time I come here and talk about let's read this. This is what the family is questioning. The family is questioning what authorities are saying. Candace Matthews, a civil rights activist and state chair of the Texas Democratic Black Caucus, who is a spokesperson for McGee's family, said via The Tribe, "How can you say that it was a suicide? We have not even had autopsy report. We just talked about that. We just said that. How you gonna say? How is the news gonna say this, right? How the news gonna out that it's not a suicide if you don't even know really what happened? But that's out. That's the first thing that's out. Come on now. Let's continue to read here. We haven't had a full investigation. Now that all of this is out and we're amplifying the situation issue, all of a sudden the sheriff has to put out a statement and isn't saying that it's a suicide. Now he's saying if anyone knows anything to reach out to Crime Stoppers hotline. We're not going to play this game, sir. That's why I love when a black caucus get in there, because they the spokesperson that's gonna really just ramp things up and keep it moving and be the catalyst for what's going on. Y'all see, we talked about this 10 minutes ago before. I haven't even read this. This is my first time reading this, and this is what we coming up with. She said, we're not gonna play this game, sir. Matthews noted that McGee did not have a record of mental health struggles. So what would make this man hang himself, she said, and how he hung it, and how was he hung? I'm sorry. It was no way that he could have done that himself. We all know he cannot. You can't hang yourself. You gotta be a damn magician to do it. Matthews says that the family is calling for transparency and wants government officials to investigate the hate crime. This is a level 1 hate crime. And if it was anybody else, anybody other than our culture, I feel like they'd be right on it. They'd be right on it. We demand the Department of Justice to come and investigate this. We also demand the FBI to come and investigate this as a hate crime. And it is a hate crime. It's crazy. So one or two things is going to happen here, y'all. We're going to close it out in the next couple minutes. So we got A. Let's say if he did do it, right? If he did unalive himself, then justice was served. But if he didn't, we got a whole nother issue to deal with. And it's gonna start in Henderson. We talked about racism, but it's gonna start in Henderson and it's gonna be an uproar. I'm gonna get off here too, man, on that note. I'm gonna follow up with the NAACP and what they say, and we gonna figure it's gonna figure itself out, because what's done in the dark was showing a light. It's 8TeenWilln, man. I love y'all. We have a follow-up part 2 to this video, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend out there.